guys, this is Dandelion Song, and we're out here on the sidewalk. It's a bit noisy, looking at the New York Times front page of the sports, and I was looking at it too. I was looking for the Cubs, really, but there is an article on the Cubs, but this isn't it. But this this blue came up again, and I thought I would do a separate video on it because the other blue, I think, is embedded in a Simpson video. So I want to look at this. So on the top, I didn't write the menorah sign, but it is menorah gematria on the top. And so the B is a 2, the L is a 2, the U is a 6, and the E is a 5. And the center of this word is luminous, as in Lucifer, Lucy, light, basically. And then the outer valence, so that would be the core of it. And in the simple gematria, of course, I've gone over this a few times, the L is 12 and U is 21, and this is the 1221 prime mirror that is associated with, of course, it adds to 33, so it's associated with the Freemason, the luminous Freemason, right? And they find out later, at the 33rd degree, they find out who they worship, probably. But on the outside of this, it says B, and on the inside it says Lu, be luminous. So be one of these. And then to show you that on the outside is the 2 and the 5. So that's another way of laying side by side that this is a 25 or a pi. And this is the master number. Now in the simple gematria, it reduces to a 22 and 11. And if the valence, the center valence would be an 8, and the outer valence would be a 7, or you could say pi, again, depending on how you look at it. But this 1122 is it's important that shows up, because the 6-5, the UE, the 6-5 is a ratio that relates phi to pi, because 6 divided by 5 times phi squared approximates pi. So that's why this ratio shows up a lot. But also in the long version of pi, at the 1122nd place of the long version of pi is the first place that 816 shows up, and that's the Bride of Christ number. And so I believe this blue, or maybe Democrat, has a connection to the 1122, having to do with the number that they, the death date of JFK, and some other code that we've been seeing again and again. So if you add all of this up together, this is 33 in the menorah gematria. See, can you picture that? I don't have another hand for the pen. And then down here, the whole thing adds up to 58, which is a 13. So that's part of the 1313. That's basically like half the alphabet. That's the 1313 gateway. Very interesting. All right, I hope you guys like that. Talk to you later. Hi guys, Dandelion Song here. So we just took a look at blue, and now we're going to take a look at J's. We found, I didn't write it down, but we found that in the simple gematria this equals 58, which reduces to a 13. And this in the simple gematria has a 13 on top. And in the menorah gematria is a 13 on top. So it's almost like these are a reflexive cipher versions of the alphabet, each being 13. This also adds up to 55, which is the kind of the alarm number, or the Snape number, quake number. And we know that the blue jay itself is a predatory bird. It's usually only bested by the crow. So that might be what it plays into, is that it's a bird that defends its territory. It's not a softie. One thing I noticed though about this is that in the simple gematria, the Y is a 25, so that's pi also. The Y is a question and an answer. It's why, and the answer is pi, because everything that we've been pointing to, every answer to every question is pi, or completion. Completion of the circle, completion of the cycle. Well, this reduces to a 7, and then the JA reduces to an 11. So you have your 7-11 ratio, which is the evolution of the consciousness of man. So it kind of refers again to the completing of the cycle. And then when you add, so this would be an 11 plus a 25 would take you to a 36. I did it right. Well, here, let me show you how I did it this way. If you take this to be a 4-letter word and you take the center is 26 and the outer is a 29. So this is the full alphabet in the center, 26, 2 times 13, and then we have its mirror. So it's like an alphabet mirror. Then in the simple gematria, it's interesting because it has the J is a 4, and then the AYS is a 126, which is an anagram of the 216 Baphomet number, February 16th, which is also the 2160 is the diameter of time for a zodiac age. So when you add both of these together, let me pause it.